So Jerry, great start for you tonight. It looked like you might have had a hurt very early on. I'm curious, did you think that maybe you're going to be able to get out of there very quick the way it started out?
So I was hoping I was, and I knew when I was landing in the first, I was like, I'm going to get me a finish, y'all. I ain't had me a finish in like 5 fights, brother. But I also knew she was going to be game. I kind of looked at her like almost like how I went into my Aspen and my Roxanne fights. Like, this girl, you're going to have to hit her with a truck, like a 4x4. So even though I knew I was hurting her, I still wanted to be patient and not overexert, overstep, and let her back in. So I was really thinking in the second, I was like, I'm going to get her out of here. And when she survived the second, I was like, all right, she's going to go to the bell, so let's just keep touching her.
Is it tough to have a fight like that where I mean, you are dominating the action and you're certainly landing, but she does continue to show resilience, and she had a couple moments, a couple successful moments. Is it difficult, to kind of test yourself when that's happening?
No, why not? Look, I want to show my skills tonight, and so the longer she stood on her feet, the more stuff I was able to show. And I just want to win. I don't care how it comes. I want to finish. I want to look good. I want to land my shots. I was able to listen to my corner, so it wasn't frustrating at all. And I think coming into the second, I knew like not to pull back on the gas. I think it's easy as a fighter to say, hey, I'm up 2, let me coast. But I've seen from other people's mistakes that no, on the third, I don't care if I'm up 2, we're gonna gas it. Because I knew she was gonna have to try to finish. I heard her corner shouting for the takedown, shouting for the finish. I knew she was gonna come blazing in the third, so I knew I had to punch it.
I was gonna ask you as well. I mean, you did finish so strong. Do you like sending that message? I mean, I know you hear the people say, oh, can she go? I mean, if you're finishing strong in the third round, is that kind of a message you want to send to people?
Why does anyone doubt my cardio? I just said it. Look, I went 30 minutes with Aspen Ladd. I did 30 minutes with Roxanne Modafferi. I did 15 minutes. I've had nothing but decisions, and I go bell to bell. I don't know, I went through my fights. Like, which fight was I? I think it's because my style, I come out so heavy that in the third, people think I'm gassing. But if you look at my volume, I throw more volume than almost any other girl in the division. It's just if you compare my third to my first, I think people think I'm gassing. But I don't understand. I got so many decisions. I'm trying to finish these fights. So it wasn't necessarily to prove nothing because I trust my cardio. So it's just, I hope y'all enjoyed the 15 and hopefully y'all get off my back about it.
It was almost 16 minutes, right? Seemed like I had a little action after the bell. What was happening there?
It's just the adrenaline. So I had heard, before when the fight was still on for April, I had seen a little clip where she said, I wanted to safely hospitalize her. I want to put Sijara in the hospital. So I was like, you go to the hospital. And then I kind of got excited. And then I tried to be humble. I don't want to embarrass my mom. So I was like, yo, my bad, girl, my bad. I got excited. I'm sorry. And she was like, I didn't even say that. So now I was even more embarrassed. I was like, you sure? But I thought you said something. But anyway, my bad. I want to be humble. I didn't want to do nothing too crazy, but I just kind of got excited. Like, just put me in the hospital. And then I, it was all right. It was cool. I apologized to her.
Nice. And last thing for me, I know you said the biggest thing is just staying more active, not having these long layouts. What would you like to do next? What makes sense for you?
Fight again soon.
Is this really your first press conference?
I think so. Yeah.
Well,
I've had post-fight interviews, but I think this is my first press conference. Yeah.
Welcome. Did you hear the commentators out there during your fight?
I sure did. I heard Paul Felder trying to decode my codes. Good luck, Paul. Paul, you ain't gonna figure it out, baby. Paul Felder's my man, and everybody tried to figure out Mark Henry codes. So I did hear Paul a little bit. I think I heard a little bit of DC. But I was mostly focusing on my corner.
Any codes any hints you can give us on these codes?
I'm about as open with my codes as an NFL head coach would be with his playbook. No.
Speaking of focusing on your corner, you basically had a full-on conversation in the third. How does that happen without you are you still focused on the fight, or do you just sort of notice and there's no crowd, so you can just sort of have that conversation and it can sort of take your attention away from what's going on?
No, so in the gym, I'm always listening to my coaches and I'm always communicating with my coaches. I've always been a communicative fighter, and a lot of times I do have a hard time hearing what's going on in the fight. And coming into this whole thing, that's one of the things I was most excited about. I was like, I'm gonna get to hear everything coach says, and I like to. Obviously, fighting, you want to do what's right and flow and freestyle and do what you see. But at the same time, I trust my coaches. Whatever they call, I'm gonna throw, because they're gonna see stuff I don't see. So I was super pumped to be able to hear everything, and so it wasn't new to me. I talk to my coach and sparring all the time.
So with that being said, do you prefer it with no crowd?
I hate to say I prefer it with no crowd, but I prefer being able to hear because I don't want to diss the fans. It is different having the energy there. My family couldn't come. It's the first time I didn't have my family at my fights, so I can't say I prefer it, but I must say I did enjoy quite a bit being able to hear tonight.